1079 KNOX FM. You kind of look like you might be a deadhead.
Oh, I am. Lifelong. That's one of my favorites. Who can't tap their toe to that one?
Wow.
Young and old alike.
Exactly. That gets it going. You just look like you were probably a rocker back in your day.
You know, speaking of trucking.
Yeah.
We've got a half a dozen or so Chevy Silverado half-tons remaining 2025s. And what does that mean? It's now 2026. So they've been
great.
Healthy markdowns from $7,000 to $10,000. And we've got several colors still available. So call us or just, come on in. 2700 South Washington. I think most people know where that big building is, and in a no-pressure environment. Come on in and ask questions. Take one for a test drive.
Yep. So Kevin from sales flying solo today, but he needs no wingman or woman because he is a force of nature in the house with us in this Rydell Car Talk. So, that they sent you out on your own to just go ahead and grow. So sales. So if you've got a question, Rydell Sales, you can go ahead and give us a call. Shoot us a text at 775-5559. We can work that out. And if there's another question about another section, he can point you in the right direction because sometimes folks will call and ask mechanical questions or, body shop questions. And, hey, you can aim them in that direction as needed. So what else we talked about? You kind of beat me to the prompt there. The 5 2025 Silverados.
It was the Grateful Dead that did it. It inspired me. It was the right prompting to the right guy.
Well, that's okay. Like I say, you just look like probably at some point or So sales. I mean, obviously the New Year's here. We're still technically, since it's the 17th of February, we're still pretty fresh into the new year. So are those the only, what else you've got on the lot perhaps? I know you want to talk about the new vehicles as well.
Yeah, we have vehicles arriving on our transports daily. If you kind of want a sneak peek at, what's coming in before they hit the main lot and get a price tag on them, our north lot is where they kind of stage them and bring them in. So, don't be shy. Drive around, check out the lot, go to rydellcars.com. If you're old school, drive the lot. Mm-hmm. They're all right there with the price tags. Right there, you can see without even getting out of your car. There's Rydell Facebook with many offerings. Then, of course, there's rydellcars.com with all the offerings. It's super easy to navigate for sure. So new and used alike. And what's neat about it is you can click on the picture, and I think there's probably 15 to 20 images all inside and out of the vehicle to give you a real good look. And, if you are interested, call 701-772-7211. Get in touch with a sales consultant, and we can even send you a walk-around video, really give you a close-up look at maybe what the pictures won't reveal.
Mm-hmm. A texter has a point at 775-5559. Still baffles me that Nissan discontinued the Titan. That was a fantastic truck. So, I mean, I know that it's not Rydell's, it's not a Rydell vehicle, but there are people that have their favorites, and we occasionally will get a comment like that because diesel Suburbans, that's one of my favorites because I owned one for quite a few years, and that was, I'm sorry I had to get rid of it. It was the cost of diesel back around, 2000, I think it was, 2010. In that time frame, and we were looking at downsizing anyway because the kids were leaving the house. Yep. But boy, those Suburbans, and they ride like cars now. They're beautiful.
Right. Yeah. And with the new body styles, I mean, the Acadias and the Traverses and the maybe you haven't bought a car in 5 or 6 years. Just drive the lot, see the refreshes and the new body styles. I think you could be pretty excited.
Mm-hmm. A texter at 775-5559. In new vehicles, why can't you turn off the auto start-stop option? Could it shorten the life of your starter?
You can. If you mean simply pushing the button, it's like the button is an A with a little circle around it, if that's what you mean, in terms of going into the engine and permanently disabling it. I'm not one to speak on that. But, yeah, every one of those vehicles that has that option, there is a button that you have to do it every time you engage the automobile, but there's a way to disable it.
Okay. Yeah, so if that's not quite what you're asking, texter, and you want a little better clarification, you can go ahead and shoot us another text. But that's interesting, the automation, too, that's in vehicles. Let's talk about the safety features that are available standard on Rydell vehicles.
There's so many. I mean, you have like 4 computers communicating to 100 chips just to put the windows down. So, there's safety features galore. There really isn't enough time on this program to go through them all. But, You can certainly Google them if you're interested in a particular make, model, and year. And it's super easy. Just Google, does a 2026 Silverado have this? And you will instantly get an answer quicker than I could give you. For sure.
Okay, text to 775-5559. Let's see. Tell us about I jumped the text there. Tell us about Chevrolet's diesel engines they have now, and for the Blazer and pickups, I've heard they're quite a motor.
I'm not familiar with the Blazer diesel, but we have the 3.0 Duramax, very popular. You know, it's not your dad's, as you just talked about, the old school diesels, but they're certainly not your dad's diesel. They don't smell. They're not loud. They are very economically sound. I mean, they get great gas mileage. So, yeah, we sell them as soon as we get them. I'm not really an expert on those, but I know how to sell them, though.
Yeah. They, and you're right. How many times a diesel's pulled up next to me in the summer with the windows down, and you don't hear that clatter until they hit the accelerator, and then it has that little bit of a still throaty clatter to it, but otherwise, it's amazing how they've changed that.
That noise and odor always brings me back to when I was about 10. Yeah, my dad's truck.
775-5559. A couple other texts to get. Let me see. Are you ever going to start selling Tesla?
Not as far as I know.
Okay.
No,
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, I can't answer that one.
Yeah, okay. I have the Baby Max and love it. Get well over 30 miles per gallon on the highway in the summer.
Good. Congratulations. Glad you're happy with it.
Yeah.
Spread the word. Yeah.
They're great trucks.
Yeah.
So sales, since we're talking sales here on this Rydell Car Talk Tuesday, I don't know, something simple here, like manufacturer's incentives. There's probably a couple of those floating around out there.
There actually are. It really depends sometimes on the VIN in the particular. It's not a Rydell. It's not a Kevin thing.
Right.
It's not a Rydell thing.
Right.
It's a manufacturer's thing. So
sure.
That is a great question. When you have a vehicle in mind, or you're talking about one with a sales consultant, ask them if there's any special rates going on. We can definitely look that up. 0% for this period of time, 3% for that period of time. But yeah, definitely, please ask that question. It depends on the VIN and the vehicle.
Right, and that's the thing too, is that you're not really a salesman per se. Let's talk about that, because when you have a conversation with someone, it's up to the individual to decide. Right. You give them all the facts, you give them all the details, you give them the information that they need to make up their mind.
Right. I think I can speak for, I can definitely speak for myself and many of my fellow sales consultants that I said sales consultant. That's what it says on my business card, but I'm not a salesman. I've never been one. I've never sold anything in my life. I'm just here to get you the information and answer the question so you can make a decision on the vehicle you like, want, and need.
And that's true, because it's up to the individual to decide what they're there to look for. So we're talking with Kevin on this Rydell Car Talk Tuesday, Rydell Sales, and that's an excellent point, that you give all the information you need, and it really is up to the individual, because they know what they're looking for specifically, and then that feeling, that love.
We make the process pretty seamless, pretty user-friendly. I mean, if you have that trade, whatever you're driving now, and you're just ready to get out of it, you don't think it's worth anything, au contraire. Please get me the VIN, the miles, maybe a few pictures, and one of our trade evaluators will look at it, and we'll definitely make you. We want your trades. We love your trades. That's what we do. We love to clean them up, recondition them, and sell them.
Yeah, that's and so there's a lot of those beautiful old vehicles out there on the road that are getting a second chance at life for somebody who might not be able to afford something right out of the gate, but you still sell them a quality vehicle.
There's another driveway for them somewhere. Sure.
Exactly. So if you've got a question for Kevin, Rydell Sales, 775-5559, you can call or text to that number. And as I say, and this is me putting words in Kevin's mouth, if I don't have the answer, I know where to get it.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, we don't claim to be experts per se.
No, ask your questions. If I don't have the answer, I know where to get the answer.
Precisely.
We have many experts in that building under our rooftops, and there's an answer somewhere which I can find pretty quickly.
Right, like here at 775-5559. Why did my radio or audio symbol disappear on the left side of my screen? So who would you talk to about something odd like that?
You can call, again, that number, 701-772-7211, and they'll put you through to one of our service advisors. And maybe it's a recall on your vehicle that you're unaware of, that they need to come in and do a reset on your radio. So it's usually pretty simple. But, yeah, there's always someone to reach out to. Just start with that phone number, explain it to the operator that answers, and they'll direct you to the appropriate person for sure.
And they go above and beyond. One of our vehicles is a little CRV, and somehow, unbeknownst to us, the buckle for the middle seat had somehow actually gone up into the housing.
Yeah.
Never, and I couldn't find it. I dug around. I thought it had fallen off somehow. One of the guys came out, and he knew exactly what happened. He says, "We've seen this before with this model."
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's definitely a customer-centric environment for sure. We definitely care.
Yep.
We want you back.
Yep.
Yeah.
775-5559. You're on with Kevin. Go ahead, caller.
You mentioned something on audio there, but there used to be a feature on GMs, and it was like a sound suppressor. So you're on the road, you could have the volume turned up because of the road noise or whatever. And then when you slowed up to come into a town, it would automatically lower down, and that feature disappeared. Is that anybody else ever asked for that? About that?
What time period are we talking about? What make, model, year?
I suppose this ended probably, last I remember, maybe 10, 15 years ago.
You know, the technology it's always changing for the better many times. And
I didn't consider this as better just because it was a feature that worked real good on the road. I'm driving on the road right now, and then you turning the volume up and down as you come into a town or something.
Okay. Interesting question. So maybe we can find an answer for another show.
Which I'm driving just south of Bullhead, Arizona.
Oh,
good for you.
Okay. All right. Well,
good for you.
Sorry to hear that.
Enjoy the weather.
Thanks for the call. 775-5559. You're on Rydell Car Talk with Kevin out of sales.
Hey, question for you. Is there any way on that auto stop? Is there any way to disable that? The thing drives the guy nuts.
There's a button.
2020.
You mean like
2020?
You mean temporarily or permanently?
Well, just temporarily would be nice.
There should be
permanently would be better.
What year is your vehicle?
2020.
And there's not a button there in the console somewhere with an A on it that you can just push?
No, I don't see that on this one, no.
Interesting.
I have a newer vehicle, a Buick, and, it has that A, but this one, I don't see it on there.
You know, the older ones may not have it. I'm not sure when they did that refresh and they added that button, but I don't have an answer for that question, no.
Again.
Okay. But as far as you know, there's no way to disable it, is there?
No.
With software?
As far as I know, no. If you don't have that button to disable it, I'm not sure what recourse you have.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks. That number, once again, if folks want to reach out, I mean, not just to sales, but what's the general number that folks can then reach out maybe if they're looking for
701-772-7211 is our main number, and the friendly folks that answer the phone could definitely direct you to the right department for sure.
Right. The previous caller was talking about speed-controlled volume. The radio got louder the faster you drove. Right. That's to overcome the road noise. That's pretty common in vehicles for quite a few years now. So, yep, understand. 775-5559, what does Kevin think about getting rid of the start-stop feature of the vehicle? For some reason, that really has a lot of people. That really bugs a lot of people, I guess.
I just, the more you drive it, the more desensitized you think you come through it. I mean, I definitely am. I have it on mine, and I don't even notice it anymore. But, yeah, it's not something that really bothers me too much.
That's interesting.
Just enjoying the gas economy,
How do you guys sell the car from Back to the Future?
Where is it?
We get a question usually about that DeLorean, usually about once a week or so. So they really do like the DeLorean. A text to 775. Sales, folks. We're talking sales today. Do you ever get any older pickup on trade looking for a clean 95 06 GM pickup, kind of in that year range? That's good.
I would definitely visit the website. Across the top, there's a bar that says shop. hover over that, then it says new or used, and select the used, and then you can type in a description and it'll pull up what you're looking for if we have it in our inventory. But, the thing about those used pre-owned vehicles is our inventory changes every week.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be worth maybe once a week to definitely check.
Okay.
But do we have those 90s vehicles coming in from time to time? Sure. I've seen them. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. A texter says you can't permanently disable it due to the EPA. So, it's only probably on an on-run type of a deal.
Right.
So, okay. Well, that
thank
makes
you.
sense.
Whoever.
Yeah. 775-5559. That A for auto stop resets each time you shut the car off. So, so folks just reminding that you can temporarily, but again, EPA regulations say that you can't do it. A text to 775-5559. Any reason GM or Chevy hasn't come out with a keyless entry system yet? That's interesting, says Ford's the only maker with it. I've got one on my little, Honda that I bought from y'all.
Right.
So
they're out there.
Sure they're out there. I thought they were. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe it's an older vehicle because that's not that new. The keyless entry's not that new. It's been around a few years. Yep. So, let me see. For the older vehicle, the auto shutoff is an options in this menu settings. So obviously that really has the bug on a lot of people.
Yeah.
They don't.
Well, thanks for your support out there. Appreciate that.
Yeah, that is. That's smartest radio audience around.
It really is.
Every time.
It really is.
Any plans on picking up the Hyundai dealership? Wow.
That's above my pay grade, that question.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'll ask them. You can direct them. Yeah, that's right. There are some Fords that put a tester on the trailer. Okay. It turns it off. I guess there's other vehicles that have them as well. 775-5559. You're on with Kevin from sales. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, you got a car that's got about 455,000 miles on it, but it's got new tires. How do you evaluate that?
That's a good question.
We have the car, or you have the car?
No, I have the car that I want to bring in.
Yeah, sure.
It's got some miles, but I got brand new tires on it, and I had a mechanic look at it, and we changed the oil. But what do you think?
Are you? We do have evaluators. That's what they do. We have one in particular. He's been doing it for a long time. He's really good at what he does. He's a friend of mine. And bring it in, and we'll get you in touch with him, and he'll walk around it, talk with you about it, and ask you questions, and we'll give you a value on it.
Okay, I'll bring it in. And
it's a pretty easy process.
Is there a name that I can?
I would bring it in and come in at 2700 South Washington. There's a few different people that might respond if they're available, and then walk right in the front door and at the reception desk, and we'll get you set up.
All right. Okie dokie.
Okay. Thanks for calling.
Thanks for the call. 775-5559. You're on with Kevin at sales. Go ahead, please.
Well, I didn't really have a question for Kevin, but as far as the start-stop feature, I have it in my vehicle, too. I'm very annoyed by it all the time. But I did see something last week that Trump, his EPA guy, rolled back those regulations for the automakers now so that they do not have to have the start-stop feature in the vehicle anymore because they don't really know if it works as well as people think it does.
Okay.
So anyway, so I guess the new ones coming out probably won't have it. That's all I wanted to let you know.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for the call. That's interesting. Round and round goes the circle.
That's right.
Like the circle of life. Our time, unfortunately, always runs pretty quickly out here. So, Kevin, Rydell Auto Sales, what other wisdom do you have to dispel upon us today?
As we, if you're looking to refresh, you're looking to get your car detailed, need that oil change, you just don't have time to do it, you're busy at work all day. If you're in the greater Grand Forks area, we will come to your place of business or your home, get it, and return it to you.
Okay.
Oil changed, fully detailed, whatever you need. If you just don't have the time, we'll find the time for you.
So that's a service that you provide.
Those commercials you see, like some guy teeing off while you're getting your oil changed, that kind of thing.
Oh, sure.
That's me, yeah.
That's you. Okay.
Teeing off on 18 while I'm getting my oil changed, for sure.
Yeah, okay. So somebody comes, picks the vehicle up, runs it through its paces, and then brings it back to you.
I've got better things to do, yeah.
That's pretty awesome, yeah. You see, the EPA will not know you clip some wires on the auto start engine, but be prepared for a fine if you're caught. It is amazing. I've learned something today, Kevin.
Yes.
Just how much people hate that auto start stop.
Interesting.
That feature. Wow. That's pretty amazing. Holy cow. Okay, so once again, if they want to reach out to you through the course of the week and they've got questions for you, how do they do that?
Just call the main number, 701-772-7211, and ask for me.
Yeah.
Kevin in sales.
Kevin in
I'm
sales.
the only Kevin around.
Yeah, well, you're certainly unique. No doubt about that.
Yeah. Thanks, Mark.
Great radio voice. We heard that early on.
Right.
All right. Kevin, thank you very much.
Appreciate it, Mark.
Appreciate you coming out on this Rydell Car Talk Tuesday.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll try and do better next time.
No, you're doing outstanding. But, yeah, it's the questions. Like I say, now we both have an idea just how much people don't like that auto start stop feature.
Keep it coming. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's one of those things in the back of your head.
It's the only way we can affect change is,
Yeah. Commentary.
That's right.